Hey, Dr. Lara here. I hope you're doing well today. So on my soul walk, I always ask what's in the highest and best good for people to hear. And then I walk and then I wait for the message. And it was very quiet for a while. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to be in the moment. And then I heard this song. It's an oldie, and it's called This Magic Moment. So that melody came into my head. And I'm like, oh, that's really a cool thing to talk about, because when we are finding ourselves in a state of anxiety or trying to push things or trying to leave things behind or not look at things, we aren't in the present moment. So there's two ways that we find ourselves out of the present moment. And that is, we are either running to something. We are looking for a relationship to give us love. We are chasing money to help us feel stable. We are working on our career to help us feel like we've accomplished something, like we're worthy. Or we are running from something. We are running from anxiety. We are running from fear. We're running from our past. And either way, our mindset is in the future or it's in the past. And the reason why it's like that is because we're afraid to be in this present moment. Because when you're fully present in this moment without thinking about the past or worrying about the future or whatever it is, you are in a state of beingness, just being who you are. And when that happens, emotions bubble up. Okay, fear bubbles up, sadness bubbles up, anger, frustration, whatever it is, sometimes joy, sometimes happiness. But more than likely, if we're not used to feeling our emotions, that's what bubbles up when we are in the present moment. And that's why so many people are busy chasing or busy running. So I'm like, okay, well, that's really cool, but what can we do about that? So after you get off of this call today, I invite you to just sit for 30 seconds, a minute, 5 minutes, and see what happens in your body. See what comes up, feel what comes up, because this leads into the second part, is our emotional energy. And when we learn how to work with our emotional energy, when we learn to not control it, but to honor it, then our lives become freer, okay? Because our emotions are the key to our freedom. That's how we go through life. That's how we learn how to do the path that's right for us, is when we feel what it is we're feeling. I mean, it's not an easy thing to do. We've been programmed not to feel. But when we do, it gives us such a feeling of empowerment and encouragement, because when we feel those emotions, that fear, that anxiety, we can get in touch with that and we can release it, so we're not running from it anymore. Or when we are not chasing things, when we sit and we think, why am I chasing this? Why do I want this relationship? Why am I worried about money? And you can get in touch with the reasons why, these beliefs that you have, because these beliefs are creating these emotions, right? So when you get in touch with the belief that is creating that anxiety, creating that fear, then you can take a look at that and then you can help shift that belief. Now, it's not as easy as 1, 2, 3. Of course, there's a process to it, but I'm just bringing it to your attention that this is what's possible for us. When we learn to honor our emotions, when we have the self-awareness of what our beliefs are, we begin to gain freedom over our lives and we begin to experience joy and laughter and happiness and abundance and love. That's what we're all searching for anyway. We're searching for a feeling. And we only have that feeling in this moment, in this magic moment. So I invite you to just take some time today to just be in the moment and feel the magic that comes up, whether it feels good or it doesn't feel good. That's magic. That's the key to your freedom. So I hope that helps. I know this isn't an easy one. It wasn't easy for me. I always ran from my emotions because I'm super, super sensitive. But once I've learned how to manage them, to accept them, to honor them, to release them, I don't find myself in these states of deep stuff. You know what I'm talking about. I don't have that anymore. And it's because I allow it to flow through me. So if you find yourself in those deep-seated, scary anxiety emotions, it's because you're resisting it. So just allow it to come up, journal about it, cry, scream, yell, do whatever you need to get that emotion out. And I promise you that once you feel it, you're going to feel so much lighter and so much better. So I hope that helps. I hope you have a beautiful day.